On a quiet Wednesday afternoon in Burlington, Vermont, the local Fresh Mart grocery store was unusually crowded. Shoppers pushed carts filled with fruits, cereal boxes, and weekly groceries. Among them was Evelyn Parker, a 78-year-old widow with silver hair tied neatly into a bun. Her small frame moved slowly, and her old brown coat hung loose on her shoulders. She lived alone. Her husband had passed 7 years ago, and her children lived in different states. Grocery trips were the only times she felt she was still part of the world, seen, heard, surrounded by life. But today was different. As Evelyn reached for a carton of milk from the top shelf, her hand trembled. Her vision blurred for a moment. Her foot slipped on a small puddle of water, and thud, she fell hard on the floor. Her groceries rolled away, apples scattering under nearby shelves. A gasp rippled through the aisle, but no one moved. A woman glanced at her and pretended not to. A man looked for a moment, then walked away. Another whispered to her friend, "Where are her kids?" Evelyn winced in pain and tried to sit up. Her hip throbbed. Her eyes filled with tears, not from the injury, but from the silent judgment around her. Moments later, a voice sliced through the awkward silence. "Hey, are you okay?" A young man, maybe 22, wearing jeans, a green hoodie, and a backward cap, rushed toward her. His name was Liam Brooks, a college student working part-time at a local workshop. He instantly fell to his knees beside her. "Don't move," he said softly. "You might have hurt your hip. Let me help." He looked around at the crowd that was just watching. "Can someone get a first aid kit?" he called out. Silence. Everyone lowered their eyes. Liam shook his head in disbelief. "Okay, I'll handle it myself." He gently placed his jacket under her head and held her trembling hand. "You're safe. I'm right here," he whispered. Evelyn breathed shakily. "Thank you. I didn't expect anyone to stop." Liam smiled softly. "You deserve help. Everyone does." When the store manager finally arrived, Liam calmly explained what happened. "We need an ambulance," he said firmly. The manager nodded and hurried away. Meanwhile, Liam stayed with Evelyn, talking to her to keep her calm. "What were you getting today?" he asked. "Oh, just milk, cereal, and some fruit," she whispered. He noticed her thin grocery list lying nearby. Simple items, barely enough for a week. "Do you live alone?" he asked gently. She nodded. "My husband passed away. My children are busy with their lives. I don't blame them. Life moves fast." She blinked back tears. "I guess I'm just invisible now." Those words hit Liam like a punch. Invisible. In a store full of people, she felt unseen, unwanted, unimportant. "Not to me," he said quietly. "You're not invisible, and you'll never be while I'm here." Evelyn looked at him with surprise, almost disbelief. It had been years since someone spoke to her with such warmth. Minutes later, the paramedics arrived and carefully helped her onto a stretcher. "Would you like someone to come with you?" one asked. Evelyn looked around the store, at the strangers pretending to shop, avoiding her eyes. Then she looked at Liam. "Please, if you can." Liam didn't hesitate. "I'm coming with you." He climbed into the ambulance and took her hand again. At the hospital, X-rays showed that Evelyn didn't break her hip, but she had bruised it badly and needed rest and support for several days. When the doctor left the room, Evelyn whispered, "You didn't have to stay. I know you must be busy." Liam sat beside her. "My mom always said, kindness isn't about convenience. I'm exactly where I should be." Evelyn's eyes softened. You remind me of my son when he was young. Liam smiled. Maybe that's why I was meant to be here today. Before leaving the hospital, Liam asked the nurse for a moment. He stepped into the hallway and made a phone call. Hey, he said, I won't be in for work today. Something important came up. Then he went to the hospital cafe, bought warm soup and tea, and returned to Evelyn's room. She stared at the tray in disbelief. For me? She whispered. Of course. You need to eat something warm. Tears streamed down her wrinkled cheeks. No one has done something like this for me in years. Liam gently wiped her tears with a tissue. Then we'll change that, starting today. Before leaving, he wrote something on a sticky note and placed it by her bed. My number. Call me if you need groceries, help, or just someone to talk to. Evelyn clutched the note like it was treasure. How can I ever repay you? She asked. You already did, he said. You reminded me what being human truly means. 2 days later, Liam returned to the hospital with a surprise. A big grocery bag filled with everything on her list and more. I noticed you didn't buy much, so I brought you enough for a while. P. Evelyn covered her mouth, overwhelmed. No one has cared for me like this, not since my husband passed. Liam smiled softly. Well, I can't replace him, but I can be someone who cares. A week later, she was discharged and Liam drove her home. Her house was old, quiet, and lonely, but not for long. Over the next month, Liam visited her regularly, helping her with laundry, groceries, and fixing things around her home. He even brought his friends once to clean her yard and repaint her fence. Evelyn became like family to him, and he became the child she no longer had close by. Word about his kindness spread after a neighbor posted the story online. People applauded him, called him a hero, but Liam only said one thing. I didn't become a hero. I just acted like a human. Now, every Wednesday, Evelyn bakes cookies and waits for Liam. And every Wednesday, he arrives with a smile, saying, "Ready for our grocery adventure?" She laughs and replies, "As long as you don't let me fall." "Never," he says, "I've got you." And he means it. Because a moment of kindness in a store didn't just help an old lady. It changed both of their lives forever.